Well, we're nearly at the end. On this second screen of different types of primary sources, we've covered artifacts and ephemera. We looked at a piece of sheet music, the cover art, as well as the lyrics and the music. We talked about maps and charts and how if you can't find maps, you can certainly have students help develop spreadsheets and visualization of data from various things that they read, statistics and so on, and make charts from those. We talked about the importance of secondary sources for explaining and filling in the gaps of knowledge which always occur when you work with primary sources. We talked about looking at classroom and library materials, working with your librarian to pre-identify great materials to support different directions of inquiry by the students. They can work individually with students, they can work with groups of students, they can work with you as a teacher, and so on. Then in the last segment I mentioned guided inquiry, and we looked outside of the Library of Congress for documentary films based on primary sources, one of my favorite sources being public broadcasting system. And I want to end by mentioning that whenever you can connect what the students have learned with something today, something relevant to them today, that makes for very, very powerful learning with primary sources, and it makes history make more sense. And so in the last section, which I called Connecting to Today, I have listed a few different kinds of search sites, including Finding Dulcinea, which I've just discovered and like very much because it's written by human beings. Viewsy, take a look at that. It's great fun. My favorite in these examples in this column is Specify because it's very, very visual. I won't take the time to look through that, but I've linked them so that you can go back to this and try clicking on that last link. The example I have listed is an external website that I searched in Finding Dulcinea. And the way this is set up is it's already explained. So this really makes the connection. It's not always this easy to make a connection between historical primary sources and today, but this is a series of articles and links about could swine flu be the next Spanish influenza? And it goes back to the swine flu being eerily similar to Spanish influenza and even gives you the historical context of the Spanish flu. I'm going to turn off the screen now and just talk to you a little bit about the rest of the annotated resource set. If you keep looking at the annotated resource list and you scroll down, you will see that there are many, many other areas to fill in. Just a reminder, Phase 2 of the course requires you to locate relevant curriculum standards for your state. What I've plugged in are the standards for the state of Colorado, but you probably have your own. And then that section is followed by the content and thinking objectives in Part 9, learning activities and strategies in Part 10, assessment strategies Part 11. So you see it goes on much deeper into the educational thinking behind using primary sources. Phase 3 focuses on 21st century learning and inquiry strategies, also on literacy tools and strategies and other resources. Looking ahead, as you take these courses, you need to be aware that I have filled in the Phase 2 and the Phase 3 section of this annotated resource set as a model for your own thinking. The standards are from Colorado. Other sections are meant only as a guide. Please don't just copy and paste them. Do your own thinking, decide on your own objectives, and put your own ideas into the annotated resource sets. This is only meant as a guide. I hope you found this recording useful. You are about to begin the most amazing journey into primary sources, teaching with primary sources. I know you will enjoy all of the discovery. Thank you.